for aha Pinax TV mesre se obeje brena update ahora yensa aka no ye de bemam ye hyasia na some radio across Ghana. One significant event akoso Ghana has ende day one that in the history or years to come is going to be one thing that generations will actually talk about. It's about this national general cleanup exercise that was declared by the president of the country, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In fact, today, from banking halls to schools to the marketplaces, not just it's more or less like general cleaning across the country, from marketplaces all over the country. Some media, not just cleanup exercise. Kesia pana akoso ewo Ghana. Me de wo Samri ewo Cape Coast Kotokraba. Assembly AC in relation to this particular cleanup exercise. About 9 Nigerians, some media yachiomo. Nienti and the reason behind their arrest, they say Abaya declares everyone should actually be on the streets and be cleaning up our gutters, our surroundings to make sure that the whole place is tidy. For them, they went to open their shops and to trade and to sell goods and services. And what happened there was, an eyesore. In fact, they were arrested and so they were seized, they were confiscated. Let's go watch this video and come.
Lock them all before they make Look at your jacket. We are all brothers. Look at your jacket. They should lock them. What do you mean? Capture. That is discipline. You can't come and replicate it here.
Okay, so that was Cape Coast Kotokraba. As some radio, 9 Nigerians, they went to open their workplaces to to sell, to engage in trading activities near the idea. And authorities and they have been arrested and then confiscated. In the same issue about this general cleanup, the MP for Kolote happens to be Zenato Ajimarolin. Sammy, what is happening there is one thing that is an eyesore, and then what is happening is in relation to a particular old woman. As the cleanup exercise was going on, in fact, she was just relaxed in her house. She was unconcerned, and a whole lot of issues are the authorities of Klote, the MC, whose name is Honorable Alote Gezi, or Kohonuma Nachase Enyasem Ketwakra. In fact, that woman was, taken away, and then why are you still here? Why aren't you engaging in this whole sanitation issue? And when you listen to the video carefully, it's more or less like it is the habit of the woman. Anytime I clean up exercises and sanitation issues, because she's more or less like relaxed and unconcerned and all those ones. So the authorities of Klote is more or less like Oma Makeno said that is what she does. As some radio, they went into her abode where she stays and then questioned her. A lot of things happened there. Let's go watch this video and come.
Meaning. Madam.
What? Get me somebody to. Get me a policeman.
So what am I going to take?
The Nima want to speak.
Doesn't make sense at all.
I'm a police.
Just simple. You be a job, when you are.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to police station. Yeah, where's the military? They should escort her.
Okay.
No, bro.
Please, let's go. Adam, let's go.
And you come police station.
My head.
And see, I'm going to go over.
Me pacho, me go police station.
Say you should force.
I court.
Say you should force.
I walk court. Ya can you.
Say you should force. Say you should force. Okay,
me nim dey say wa ba me fie wo be ye we o.
Fie.
Me fie.
What document?
Me want me document.
Okay, let's go.
Ya be bia wa court. Ya be bia wa court. So me reason why. Me nim reason why say papa ya ko frem wo di abasa mo ba mbe chi me. Me nim me din.
Hey, madam, oh, say there now.
So that was a scene at Clote Clole at Sam Radio, a particular woman who was supposed to be engaged in the cleanup exercise. As the exercise was ongoing, she was just in the house as an unconcerned. Meanwhile, this is a directive of the president of the country, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. One might be asking, say, was he involved in the cleanup exercise? On one case, declare, say, on the 10th and 11th of July, everybody should be on the street to make sure that there's that kind of tidying up, sanitation issues are, worked on by citizens of the country. That's what people are beginning to ask, that, well, was the president who declared this particular sanitation day, was he involved in it or not? Let's watch this video. It will explain as to whether na okoho and I say what's na ni baby join. You go show video number.
I don't know what me
Now, yet, so in that same issue of this general cleanup exercise, so the country Ghana, and as a Ghana has say no. Yet, me demo call Ashaima, and when you go to Ashaima, it's more or less like the military has actually taken charge of this whole cleanup exercise. It's more or less like the military has actually invaded homes that it's beginning to tell. The military is telling pedestrians, it's telling people in their homes, drivers, and a whole lot of people to get involved. And it has raised a number of eyebrows. See, this is something the president of the country has declared, that a 2-day cleanup exercise. Do we have to wait for military men to invade our homes or to come into your rooms, and as on the roads to tell us, say, you ain't cleaning up, and the next video ebe share e de ye e ko ashaiman ama ya kwa share kwanya nkrofo military go e ko nkrofo fie instruct your musesi, you have to come out also pay eba mountain so na obe clear surroundings to make the place tidy and clean and a whole lot. Yenko share sa video imra.
Whatever you see outside, go to get the assembly. Let's do this together.
cleanup exercise of course so Ghana has said it was more or less like it was a duty or a call to action from children to elderly people. You know, everyone, shops were closed down, people had to wear their working gears and you know their working apparels to be on the street to make sure you have to make sure that the gutter is actually cleaned or neighborhood near there you should make sure that the whole place is tidied up. It means as and when from Anapa kosi 12 no shops were instructed not to open till it is after 12. So any shop I'll be in Pennyfo who say you are, you know, engaging in trade activities, no, they would actually come for you. Summary at the same Cape Coast, what happened there was that MCU of Cape Coast Anidinde George Justice Atta, he was on his normal tour to make sure that shops near their close. Everybody's actually working on the streets. Say, fear now, you're actually doing what you are supposed to do. Oko PMO one particular supermarket, a very big supermarket, and in the Suntech, not just say at the Tonya, people are just engaging in trading activities, and it's more or less like they were actually unconcerned about what was going on. General cleaning and it's like it wasn't in their book. See, and a lot of things went on there. MC, you know, he didn't actually go soft on them cry or can you also can na uye and so you know or ye niama bi yen kwhwe video nkwan oboru a ho ne niama e course wo ho emra sisia e ba e beto aso amo
we no want to store no more obi ampoi obi ori ye ibi ompoi police for no ayen fa ma maybe am call inside my someone obi ori ye ibi ompoi let's give them 10 minutes. No, madam. One ejuma one year bia. One. Now so the bottom. What about 12 na bottom on year? What about 12 na bottom on year? One of the manager. Who is the manager here? Oh, woman, somebody should call the manager for us. Your store. I don't want to enter the store with anybody. So that at the end of the day they will say something is. Listen. Hey, one of you should call your manager for us. Ask someone there. Okay, that's all. Someone. Now, Master, close the shop now. Close it now. However, madam, I will edumana yebia. Na basic one. Close the shop now. Let's make sure the store is closed. Madam, help him from. Help her then. Okay. Okay. Bank staff now we do man yebia. Hey, you all banker. Or him for a banker. For your uncle.
Now, those were scenes at Cape Coast that we saw that the MCU of the place, as he was going hard on a particular supermarket, a bra cleanup exercise, cost for them. They had opened and they were engaging in trading activities, and people were buying there and a whole lot. I mean, he went very hard on them. One might be asking, why this general cleanup? I mean, as at 29 June, they exposed assets. A lot of places in Accra and some parts of the country, and I say, a lot of people, I'm trying and see you turn at just one ball and I know we shrug when you me say, in no and fat ball and so upon not move for research, these disaster issues almost share, and I just say it was more or less like human activities now. Now, air causing some of these havocs in places in Accra, and so when you come to Accra, some places are not very affected with the flooding. You can talk of Circle, Kaneshi, Weja, Denta, a whole lot of places, and not just for those places. No, as a flooding, it was a big thing. It destroyed a lot of things, a lot of properties. In Crofobia, and this flooding issue, and the president of the country, President John Dramani Mahama, all tore around local PA baby or Alajo. It happened to be one of the places that was affected heavily by the traffic, the flooding. Of course, 29 June, he was actually touring the whole place, and a number of things happened there. And as he was going round, yanko shesa video ne nhwe kwan yoko PM wo hone enyama bi esisi ewo Alajo in Accra emra sisi ayeba to.
Most favorite.
George, stay stable. George, remain stable.
Go back.
Of the president of the country, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ewo Alajuana, or tour the whole place to see how things were going in relation to this whole national general cleanup exercise. So Ewo Ghana has it. Yet, what's what concern from na some media, straight.